Hello, my name's Adam Cook and welcome to this week's Indie Spotlight, where I think I'm slightly cheating because although this game is called Orbitalis by Alan Zacconi, it does have a publisher in Mastertronic, but it's still indie, right? It's still indie. So it's pretty simple. Basically, you get one chance. It's kind of... Look, there's gravitational pull going on here, and I have to fire by pointing my mouse clicker. I have to fire it off and avoid hitting something or disappearing off into, I don't know, the unknown galaxies. You've got to push the satellite essentially, so it doesn't smash into anything. So you see there, like it's spinning round. Is it going to come back? I think I'm going to be okay here because, as you see round, there's also a white circle. It says you have to survive for 4 seconds, and if you do so, you're golden. You've done that level, and you know there's not an infinitely huge amount of levels, but the idea is to get your best times. You can actually get this on Steam, by the way. Just before we go any further, it's not an easy game, but it's a game once you master. It's about there you go. There you go. I've managed to. Well, I'm going to hit something, but I've managed to do that one 9 seconds. Not too bad. But look at the times on these leaderboards. Wow. Wowza. 23 minutes. That's good. So there's not a huge amount more to say than this. I mean, it's got, as you see, you've got the leaderboards. It's very simple. You just use your mouse pointer and you click, and so it sends it off into orbit, and you have to hope you've got it right. You can see there's like a line at the beginning that shows you roughly where it's going to go, but yeah, what you're also learning is I'm not very good at this game, which is fair enough. I mean, it's another game. I don't know. It's very strange with indie games. You almost play every indie game now and think, oh, this would make so much sense on a PS Vita. But it would. That's the thing. This level took me ages. I just kept going round and round and round. And that's kind of the fun of it. That the fun of it is working out exactly how you get those 4 seconds or more if you actually care about the leaderboards, which who doesn't. I've tried going off over there, and you hear the noise that means it's gone off into orbit, and you've failed again. I wondered at this point. We see with the rotation now. I mean, you see it failed, but I actually wondered if I could actually almost get an infinite loop, because if you manage to get it orbiting in a circle over and over again, you in theory you can make it just keep looping and looping, almost like a planet orbiting another planet. But it doesn't work. It just doesn't work like that. I think there are set... you have to click in position X, and that will achieve it. But the thing is, because the level's moving all the time, it sort of also doesn't work like that, because it's dynamic. If you were in point X 3 seconds ago, you'd have got it, but now you need to be in point Y because the other planets and stuff have moved around a bit, and you're not going to quite get there. It's a game that initially doesn't tell you anything, anything at all, but you quickly understand, and the more you play it, the more you understand the mechanics of it. It's very simple. It's a good idea with a nice soundtrack. I think it's relatively cheap as well, and it's one of those... Yeah, I mean, I say PS Vita, but I suppose like mobile devices this would work well on as well, but at the moment it's just PC. As you can see, I am failing over and over again. Eventually, you realise this line of inquiry isn't right. Like I'm still trying to do the circle around in this one. I really thought I'd done it, but not quite. You see, the circle's only half full. So eventually you realise it's just not going to work. You're doing it wrong. You've got to do something else. I'm not sure how long it took me, but I did eventually realise that's not going to work. And as I started, I found that I do sort of start firing off just random ones, just like in hope, sort of vain hope that it will work. Again, smash straight into there. That's not going to work. At this point, I'm not sure if there's a particular technique or if it is trial and error. Because it dynamically moves around, it's really hard to know if you're getting it right or not. And even when you think you've got the path right, because the other planets are moving around, there's a possibility that they may move directly into the path. I think is this the one I got? I think this might be the one. Because sometimes it goes off screen a little bit, and you think, oh god, all is lost, but then it will come back around. There you go, like that. I got that one. And celebrated by flicking the mouse all over the screen. But yeah, I mean, to sum up, Orbitalis is another excellent indie game that I would recommend you have a go on. Very simple to look at. It's got quite a nice soundtrack. It's generally, you know, I dig this game. It's good fun. Frustrating at times, sure, but you know, I think if you're going to give up that quickly, then it's probably not. You know, this game isn't one for you. But it's kind of relaxing in a weird way as well, because you just sit there clicking. Really, it's like a good time sink. Oh no. It's a good time sink, and it's, I say, relatively cheap, and you can buy it on Steam. I mean, that's what you want, isn't it, really? Well, I'll leave you to watch me try and do Inner Soul, and stay tuned every Tuesday for another Indie Spotlight. Last week you did 3s on iOS, before that another Perspective on PC. Thanks for watching. Do like and subscribe if you wouldn't mind, and do stick it in the comments if there's an indie game you think we should be looking at. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.